So let's have a look at Stable Diffusion. We're going to use Stable Diffusion through the Hugging Face pipeline all running in Google Colab. Then at the end, I'm going to show you Automatic 1111, which is a web interface that allows you to make use of a wide array of Stable Diffusion capabilities. We'll make use of diffusionhub.io, which is a commercial offering, and I'll give you a demonstration of that. We'll certainly be seeing more of diffusionhub.io in this course. So you'll want to make sure you have some sort of a GPU in your runtime. If you're just using the free version, the T4 is probably going to be your only option, but that should be enough just for the inference that we're doing here. And we're not doing particularly high resolution. We're doing 512 by 512. We're going to deal with several key items here. We're dealing with the model. Different models are good for different types of images. We're going to be doing realistic, human-looking images, like something you would take from a camera. We're going to also look at anime real quick and see how you might generate more of an anime-style cartoon character. You're going to have a prompt and a negative prompt. The prompt is where you're describing really what you want Stable Diffusion to draw for you. And the negative prompt lets you back other things out. One of the most common cases that you use a negative prompt for is you might put something like watermark or text to keep Stable Diffusion from accidentally rendering text in your image, which might well be watermarks or other. We're going to now run this part, which is going to install the Hugging Face pipeline. We do not need to make use of a Hugging Face API key for this one. We'll fast forward through this. Takes a moment. All right, it's installed. Now we need to load one of the models. We're going to use the baseline Stable Diffusion 1.4. This is optimized for everything, but not particularly good in terms of specializing in one particular area. So let's go ahead and run it. We are going to load this. I am putting CUDA into here directly. We'll fast forward through this. All right, the model's loaded. Let's make use of it. One thing I will point out, the pipeline has an automatic NSFW content filter on it. So if it detects something that is not safe for work, think violence, sexual themes, you can turn this filter off, and I will show you it here. It's the safety checker. So if you uncomment this line, be careful, because you have now disabled the safety filter. And that'll allow you to really render anything you ask for, it will give you. So be careful. I'm going to run this, and we're going to generate a picture of an astronaut playing golf on the moon. They love to do things with astronauts for Stable Diffusion demos. And here we have the astronaut. Notice the prompt is astronaut playing golf on the moon. The negative prompt is signature and watermark. So this is very, very basic prompts. There's also a seed up here, 100. I can change this seed. So if I run it again and I don't change the seed, we're going to have the exact same astronaut. He's going to have that crater in front of him and kind of the putter-looking golf club. Yeah, there we go. We can modify this. We can put a different seed in, and now we're going to get a different astronaut, but largely the same image. Different astronaut? He's not on the moon, so it's not paying attention to my request there. You can also change this and say Mars, or anything you want to, really. You could put him at the bottom of the ocean. Maybe that's Mars kind of in the background there, but he's on clearly some sort of a putting green on Mars. Now we're going to use a much, much more advanced model. It's called Realistic Vision 2.0. Let's go ahead and load Realistic Vision, and we'll use a lot more complicated of a prompt. We're going to generate an actual human. We'll fast forward through this while it loads. All right, that's complete. Now I'm going to use a much more complex prompt. So this is generating a woman, age 26, standing by a tree, long blonde hair, and I write this all out. You'll notice some other things going on here. Face 1, face 2, face 3. By varying the weight of those, you're selecting what face so that it looks like consistent, like the same human being. And you can see this is really decent detail. This looks really quite good. You can modify the prompt as you wish So I will say standing by tree, long blonde hair, long red hair. Let's rerun it, see what happens. We've got a different prompt. Now, it's not just going to change her hair. She could potentially be in a different pose because we're significantly changing the tokens coming in on that prompt. There she is with red hair. Same general sort of lady. You can vary also the seeds. Maybe go 102, 101. And this is using the realistic filter or the realistic model. And this is when you want photorealistic sort of output from this. And there is another variant of her. So here is anime. We're using the waifu diffusion. So we'll launch that one and it's loading it. We'll fast forward through this. Okay, it's loaded. So we can go ahead and run this. The anime character is pretty well described. And I grabbed this actually from the Hugging Face API documentation. So here you can see kind of an anime character. She's only got one leg, so that's kind of interesting. But you could modify this, and the best way is to learn to read prompts from looking at prompt catalogs. I do show links to a couple of prompt catalogs that have a lot of this prompt information in them. Now we're going to have a look at Diffusion Hub IO. And here you can see I'm logged into Diffusion Hub IO. This is a much more managed system, and I am launching my system right now. You can choose several ones. So you can see I have a basic balance here of around $10. I am putting a link in the description here that will get you a starter balance to start with. And my students in particular will probably be using this for one of the assignments towards the end of the class. So be aware of that. I am going to go with the basic expert. I don't want to burn through too much. I'm not doing anything too crazy just to demonstrate it. So it's preparing the environment. This is a cloud-based system with potentially high-end GPUs, depending on how many credits you want to burn. All right, and here it is. This is Automatic 1111 running through Diffusion Hub. We're going to use text to image. This is just getting started. You're going to see a lot more with Diffusion Hub on the final project when I show you how to use it to complete the final project. But let's quickly put in the prompt from the blonde lady that I created. Okay, first let's get the positive prompt, or just the prompt. Copy that, paste it into here, and then we'll get the negative prompt. And it's already defaulting to realistic vision. This is a later version than I have. So that's one of the advantages here. I mean, look at all of these that Diffusion Hub has. They have installed more than you could ever dream of using. I use maybe a handful of these for different things. But let's go ahead and just generate it. I'm not specifying a seed, and there she is. And then you can simply experiment. You can do the long curly hair, black hair. You can quickly experiment with this. And the advantage of something like Diffusion Hub is you just have so much available. Thank you for watching the video, and give it a like if it was helpful, and subscribe so that you don't miss the rest of the class. We'll certainly see more with this as we get into fine-tuning our own models and the final project, which will be Stable Diffusion related.